It's a beautiful day for Kherson, a city on Ukraine's front line. The sky may be gray, but the silver lining of these clouds is that Russia will launch fewer attacks. Dr. Oleksandr Chebotaryov is one of the last doctors here.
Someone has to do it, and do it here. That's the first reason. The second is that I'm doing something good here. Is it any different from our boys in the trenches?
He stayed through the city's liberation from Russian occupation in November 2022.
The first day of the liberation, I raised the flag.
Kherson has been under constant bombardment by Russian forces. And so all activity inside the hospital takes place without the benefit of daylight. The windows are boarded up from outside to keep the glass from shattering in a missile strike.
I'm the head of the radiology department. I used to be responsible for consulting with other radiologists and identifying injuries on the radiology scans. But now, I routinely do whatever comes up.
Kherson lies in southern Ukraine. The opposite bank of the Dnipro River is in Russian hands. The city was occupied by Russian forces for 8 months until autumn 2022.
Before the war, we had everyday injuries, especially from black ice, broken bones, and so on. Now they're injuries from mines or artillery shrapnel. It gets difficult when someone has several injuries at once.
Kherson is bombarded daily. Sirens. The doctors rarely have time to seek shelter. He is the only radiologist left in this hospital. The other 15 have all fled, either abroad or to other parts of Ukraine. His wife and daughter also fled after their apartment was hit last year. At the time, their daughter Lisa was only 4 years old.
A kind of bomb flew into it. I feel sorry for our home. Luckily, we got out in time, or we'd be dead. I don't want to die.
These days, Kherson is something of a ghost town. Only the supermarket shows signs of activity, almost like an oasis amidst the war zone. Life here is full of contrasts.
Where can you feel safe now? Nowhere. It can hit you at any moment, anywhere. I have animals at home and a wife who's seriously ill. I can't just pack up and leave.
Dr. Oleksandr Chebotaryov's old neighborhood was caught in the crossfire.
Sweet home.
Here we took a direct hit. My balcony was torn off completely.
Ivano-Frankivsk is a small town in the west of Ukraine. The doctor's wife, Vitalia, and daughter Lisa have been living here for a year, but the new apartment still feels temporary. Dr. Vitalia Chebotaryova is also a medical doctor, but she hasn't found a new job yet, or a daycare center for Lisa. So many people have moved to Western Ukraine from the east that it's extremely hard to get a foothold for a new beginning here, but there was no other solution. Even Lisa understands why they had to leave their city.
Because Kherson is being bombarded. It's a bad time for Kherson. But Dad is doing the best he can there.
Here too, far away from the front, the war weighs on people's minds, even if life in this part of Ukraine is very different. The signboards commemorate people from Ivano-Frankivsk who've fallen at the front. One of them was friends with Vitalia and her husband.
It's horrible. It just never should have happened. Every day there are more of these pictures. A year ago, this boulevard only had half as many. People learn to survive any situation. You get used to everything. You survive.